Hey, what's up, creatives? This is Tone here, and today I'm going to be doing a header tutorial. So this will work for a banner as well. It's pretty much just a design tutorial, but yeah. So as you guys can tell by this right here, only a small amount of you guys are subscribed. You creatives are subscribed, so it would mean a lot if you could subscribe or like the video. So yeah, let's get on with this challenge. So this is going to be designed for 100 Thieves, as you saw by the thumbnail and the title. So for a header, you make it 3000 by 1000 pixels. That's the size for Twitter. So yeah, let's do that right now. And then I'm gonna put in here 100. Okay, so this is the Twitter header size. So now what I'm gonna be doing is I'm going to find their logo. So I'm gonna make this black because they kind of have a black and red theme. I think this one's the best we're gonna get. Save image. Projects 100. Right, file, place, embedded 100. There you go. Alright, so now it's a ping. So now I make my new layer above, and we're going to make this white. Make sure I don't seep over the edge here. Alrighty, so I got that. I'm just gonna merge it back down so it's one layer, and boom. So thank you guys for watching. No. But yeah, so now we got the start. So I think what I want to do is kind of go with maybe their current branding, but I also would like to take advantage of this clothing drop they just did, because I think that might look really cool if we take some of these pictures. So let's copy this, paste it in there, and I think we can do something really nice around this. These product shoots that they took. See if we can get one more. This one might work. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just pretty much try and select these out, cut them out. And this one turned out pretty good. That's surprising. So yeah, just pretty much select all this out, and then make sure you get this too. Oh crap. Alright, and then once the subject is selected, you just erase. So I'll do that to the other images, and you'll see the Okay, so as you can see, we have the people cut out of the images. So now we can kind of put stuff behind them and in front of them. So that's what I'm going to start doing now. I do want to use this cool pattern that they have on the new merch. It's kind of like a bleached type texture. So I'm going to try and grab that off this guy real quick. And let's see if we can blow this up. Yeah. Alright, so then I'm just going to snip, snip, snip. Try and grab a bunch of this. Alright, let there be a copy. And boom, so now we have some of that print there to use. So now I'm going to go image, adjustments, brightness, contrast. Turn the contrast up a ton. The brightness down as well. And then I do want to go to screen. Alright, so then as you can see, it's kind of like faded in there. So now we can do cool stuff like this, like blend it in. Alright, so now we have that. So what I'm going to do now is grab all three of these and put them in a group. I'm going to make the color red. Just kind of match, you know. And so as you can see, there's a little line around these guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start with this guy. So double click on the layer. Okay, so then go inner shadow. And then I'm gonna have it coming from this way. And then I'm gonna turn the choke up until it's pretty much not there. And then you can turn the sides up as well a little bit. I wouldn't go too big though, because sometimes it makes it very obvious that the layer style is on there. So then just want to paste that onto the other ones, and it should look pretty good, pretty natural. Alright, so we got rid of those lines now. So what I'm going to do now is just grab a soft brush like so. Just do some big flares down there. And then, okay, behind them I could do one there. And then I do want one in front of this guy as well. Alright, so there we go. So that's starting to look pretty cool. Now what I'm going to do is do a layer, a new adjustment layer, and then a brightness contrast. Turn the brightness down on these and the contrast up. And then what I do want to do is figure out a way to make, because I like the red, but at the same time it's hard to see this logo with the red the way it is. So I want to test out a black and white variant. It looks pretty good, but so I think the way we should do this is have this only apply to the people. So just make all the people black and white. And then what I think I'm gonna do is layer, new adjustment layer, and hue saturation. And I'm gonna turn the saturation up a little bit for these right here. So then I think we will need to have all these sponsors on here as well, if we want it to be like an actual thing. There will be a copy those, and we don't need the other stuff on there. So I just want to make sure we have those. And then I kind of want to put them like in the middle. Maybe that would work. And then one thing people talk about quite a bit is visually centered, not mathematically. So that's something that you might want to think about when designing, because this looks off to the right quite a bit, you know. And that might be the correct way to do it, but I think this logo might be off. Actually, that might be the issue. Yeah. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is cut out these sponsors right here. So to do that, I'm just going to image adjustments, brightness contrast, contrast up, brightness, okay. Alright, and then I'm just going to take the magic wand tool and kind of select these to start off with. Just kind of whoop, do that. So that's how you can kind of get a higher quality logo for those little ones if you need to. Alright, so that is our sponsor list right there. Alright, so now I kind of want some cool textures to put around here. So let's just look up cool textures. Okay, I think something like this should work. So I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste it below the sponsors. As you can see, I'm gonna make it huge. Image adjustments, brightness contrast, brightness down, contrast up. Image adjustments, hue saturation, saturation down, or leave that there. Saturation almost all the way down. I kind of like a little blue tint in my designs, so it's kind of up to you. Alright, and then image adjustments, brightness contrast, we're going to do it, we'll go to image adjustments and then levels. So then we can kind of play with this a little bit better and get the look that we want. Alright, and then we're going to go screen. Okay, and then copy this, and then I'm going to flip it. Alright, so that looks pretty sick. Now I'm gonna turn down that blue just a little bit because it's kind of strong. Alright, cool. So now that we have that, I'm going to take everything except the sponsors and the logo, which I'm gonna make a group, make that red so we can kind of, or make it blue so we can kind of tell it apart. And then what I'm gonna do is merge, well, I'm gonna copy and then merge all of these bottom layers. So I'm gonna put them all in a group, make it red, call this top one sponsors and logo, and then I'll call this backdrop. Then I'm gonna copy the backdrop, right click, merge group, and then go into filter, camera raw filter, and then once you're in here you can pretty much make any design look amazing. So that's what we're gonna do. So you just kind of want to get to a point where you can kind of see everything pretty good, see the majority of the header. So now you just kind of play with everything. You can really adjust most of the things you can think of. You can adjust here. So I'm gonna make sure I have a blue tint with a pink tint because that's how I like most of my stuff to look. Shadows, I'm gonna turn shadows down a little bit. Highlights, turn them up a little bit. Turn the highlights down just because of this 100 Thieves logo. I don't want that to be too bright. Then I could turn my exposure up a little bit too. Texture, I'm gonna turn up a little bit. Clarity up a little bit. Then dehaze. Yeah, I'll leave that kind of where it is. Vibrance up a little bit. And then saturation, I'm gonna turn down a smidge. Alright, and then one cool thing that you can do on here is optics. So you can do this sort of stuff where you make it look bloated outward. I think I'm gonna do that a little bit. So that should look pretty good. Let's see how it looks. Yeah. So there you go. That is going to be the design. So then to export this, all you're gonna want to do is first let's save it real quick. File, export, save for web, and JPEG maximum, save. Alright, and that has been the video. Thank you creatives so much for watching. If you made it to the end, thank you. And I'm gonna try and upload a little bit more. I'm working on a cool video. I already made the thumbnail before the video. That's kind of a funny thing to do, but it's a cool idea, so I hope you guys are gonna enjoy it. I'm just kind of trying to figure out how to do it and how I want to do it. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this design, if it's terrible. But yeah, peace out.